Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video for you guys. A lot of you have been asking me to do this, so I'm finally getting around to it. I am going to be doing a meal prep video because I know a lot of you do not have time to cook for hours and hours or come home from work after a long day and cook dinner for your family or cook lunch for the following day. So meal prep is definitely the way to go. It makes your week a whole lot less stressful. So I'm going to be showing you a couple different lunch and dinner ideas as well as a breakfast idea. The breakfast that I'm making for this week is overnight oats. I know that is very common and I know a lot of you have probably heard of it, but it is one of my favorites. So the ingredients that I'm going to be using, now you can totally switch them up and you can use whatever you prefer. But the first thing I got was a container of plain yogurt. It's the whole milk ShopRite brand. I always buy what's on sale. And then I got a bag of granola. I got the Bare Naked Almond Vanilla. And for the fruit, I usually go with fresh fruit, but this is what I had in my freezer, so I figured I would use it. It is mixed berries. And I am going to be using almond milk. You guys can choose to use coconut milk or whole milk, whichever you prefer, but I'm going to be sticking with almond milk today. And then, so I like to make my overnight oats in a mason jar. It's super convenient because you can just grab it and go, and I know there's different size lunch boxes, but my lunch box, this fits perfectly inside, so I like to put it in the mason jar. And they also have smaller mason jars or bigger ones, but this is the size I went with today, and I'm only going to be making 3 of them because I only have 3 mason jars. So let's just jump right in and I'm going to show you how I make my overnight oats. Okay, so I'm going to show you the order that I make my overnight oats in. You can do it however you want, but the first step I do is I put yogurt at the bottom of the mason jar, and then I throw in some granola, and then I put my fruit in. Today I'm using the mixed berries, and then the last thing that I do is put in some almond milk and shake it all up. I don't do exact measurements, I just do exactly what I think I like the most of, so you can do whatever you want. So now that we finished the breakfast for the week, we're going to move on to the meals for lunch or dinner. I had said this before in one of my last videos. I'm not sure if you saw. It was the Weiss grocery haul video. I was born with a rare liver disease, so I can't have anything with high protein. So I will not be eating these meals that I'm making. I'll be eating one of them, but the 2 that I'm making now, it does require meat. So my boyfriend will be taking these meals to work and for dinner. But then the 1 meal that I'm making is going to be for myself. So let's just jump right in. The first one that I'm going to be doing is a chicken fajita type of meal. He's going to be taking it to work with like eating it in like a tortilla wrap. So I'm going to be making a 1-pan meal. It's going to be chicken, peppers, and onions on a pan, and I'm going to bake it in the oven. And then, like I said, he's going to take it to work with a tortilla wrap. So let's just get started and I will show you how I make this. Okay, so now all the produce is cut up. I'm going to lay it evenly out on the pan, and I'm going to sprinkle some fajita sauce on top of the peppers and onions as well as the chicken, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. So while the chicken is cooking, I'm going to move on to the next meal. I'm going to be making a pasta salad. I know that sounds super basic, but like I said, I can't eat meat, so I'm going to make a big pasta salad that I can eat throughout the week. So I'm just going to start off by boiling a pot of water for the pasta. Meal, I'm going to be making barbecue pork chops with a side of green beans roasted in the oven on one pan. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do that right now. Pork chops on here with some barbecue sauce. I'm going to put these in the oven first because they are going to take longer to cook than the green beans. So halfway through is when I'm going to put the green beans on here with some olive oil and some seasoning, and I will show you how I do that. But I'm going to go ahead and put these in and cook it for about, I don't know, 25 minutes. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to take to cook, so I'm just going to play it by ear, and I will let you know at the end how long it took to cook. pasta salad. All it was is pasta, olives, grape tomatoes, peppers, and I shredded up some carrots. Now you can chop the carrots up, whatever you prefer. I like to shred them. I feel like it's easier to eat that way. And also I put in Italian dressing. Now you can put as much Italian dressing as you want. I like to put a little bit and toss it all together, and then later on when I go to eat it, or later in the week when I eat it for lunch, I like to bring an extra side of Italian dressing and throw some more in, because when it sits in the fridge I feel like it gets a little bit dry. So I always like to have Italian dressing on hand that I can just toss in when I'm ready to eat it. So that is it for the pasta salad. It looks super delicious and I cannot wait to eat it. And now all I have to do is finish up the pork chops with the green beans, and I will show you that when it's done. Now the pork chops are finally done. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in a big Tupperware. Later on in the evening, I'm going to split everything up into separate Tupperwares for the week, so it's just easy to grab and go. But for now, I'm just going to put everything into a big Tupperware. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. This way you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And if you did happen to like this video, please let me know in the comments below as well. This way I know to film more videos like this in the future. I know I like to film videos like this because I love food and I love cooking. So I will be happy to film more for you if you enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Up.